Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Western adventure. We head out to San Francisco, California. John Dehner starring as Paladin in an episode of Have Gun Will Travel. June 19th, 1960, the 2-2 Solid Town.
Why not reopen the case? It won't give you back the 5 years you lost, but it might give you back the most important thing in your life.
Have Gun Will Travel. Starring Mr. John Dehner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
Well. Yes, come in.
Mr. Paladin, Mr. Paladin, you look so beautiful, all dressed up in soldier suit.
Well,
Wow.
thank you, Miss Wong. I don't wish to seem immodest, but not too many years ago, I was considered quite a dashing young officer.
Oh, yes, sir. Where you go all dressed up like that?
Oh, I was just trying on my old uniform, Miss Wong.
Oh.
My old cavalry company has been invited to take part in a dedication ceremony in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm planning to go.
Dedication ceremony? Oh. How you mean, Mr. Paladin?
Oh, well, there'll be a parade, a military band, speeches, a lot of wild stories swapped among the boys who haven't seen each other in a long time, and then they plan to unveil a statue of Ulysses Grant in the public square.
Mr. President of United States Grant?
Yes. He was a splendid commander. I'm proud to have served under him.
Mr. Paladin, I bet you prettiest soldier in Hola.
Oh, now, Miss Wong.
My. Drop my keys.
Oh, here, I'll pick it up, Miss Wong. Ooh.
What's the matter, Mr. Paladin?
It just occurred to me that maybe I'd better have Hey Boy take these trousers to the tailor and see if he can let out the waistband an inch or so.
Oh, trousers shrink, Mr. Paladin?
Well, yes, perhaps that's it. I arrived in Lawrence, Kansas the day before the ceremonies. The town was crowded, and the streets were festive with red, white, and blue bunting. I checked into a hotel, registered with the parade committee, then wandered around a bit. In the Buckhorn Saloon, I ran into Todd Clum. Todd had joined my outfit as a volunteer, already a veteran of the Mexican War. The last time I had seen him, he'd been scouting for Custer. He was a fine soldier, good friend, and a very wise old man.
Head. Doggone the luck.
Well, some days are better than others, Todd.
Hey, barkeep, the bottle here. I'm buying again.
Yes, you've been mighty hospitable today, Todd.
Now, Paladin, just don't you mention it. It's been a pleasure. Yes, sir, a real pleasure. But I'll get you yet.
Yeah. Hey, the town is certainly filling up.
Yes, sir. Reed Bob's going to be quite a do this here shindig. Hey, Paladin. At the end of the bar, that fellow, he's about to stare a hole plumb through you. Somebody you know?
Where? Which one, Todd?
Well, that one there, heading for the door.
Hey, that's... Oh, good Lord, that's Billy Bedlow. Excuse me a minute, Todd.
Why, sure.
Billy! Bedlow! Billy Bedlow, wait. Billy, well, am I glad to see you.
Hello, Paladin.
Billy, it's been a long time.
Yes, it has. Well, I was just on my way, Paladin.
Oh, wait, I want to buy you a drink. Have you meet an old friend of mine?
No, thanks. Some other time, Paladin.
What's the matter? You got to go polish up all that brass for the parade?
No.
Don't tell me you career soldiers have gotten careless about the spit and polish. Let me see now. What is it? At least Lieutenant Colonel Bedlow, I suppose.
No, it's Mr. Bedlow.
Mister? You mean that you've given up the Army?
Look, Paladin, I have to go.
You were the only dedicated soldier I've ever known. I can imagine you as anything but an Army man. What have you been doing, Billy?
5 years.
Huh?
In Leavenworth Military Prison. Now may I go?
Oh, Billy, I'm sorry. Well, I don't suppose you want to tell me about it.
So long, Paladin.
Yeah, your friend seemed to be in a mite of a hurry to get. Paladin,
Yeah?
you want to take a little walk with me? I got to get on down to the livery and get saddled up. I got an errand to do.
Yeah, sure, Todd.
Your friend a Army man?
He'll always be an Army man. You'll be back for the parade, won't you, Todd?
Oh, sure, Paladin. I'll be back. I just got to ride over and see a fella. Now, Bertha, hold still, doggone it. Let me get this here blanket over here.
Now, it seems to me that horse is about due for trading, Todd.
Now, see here, I'm fond of Bertha. She's been a dang good horse for a dang long time.
Too dang long.
Oh, now look what you did. That's no kind of a remark to make right out where a female can hear it. For a feller's supposed to have a way with the ladies, you don't act very smart. Now there, Bertha, there, dearie, calm down. Say, Paladin, that fella you ran into in the bar,
Yeah?
he looking for someone?
What do you mean?
Oh, I recollect seeing him around town here this past week, and, well, I don't know, it's something you kind of feel when a man's on the hunt for another man.
What are you talking about, Todd?
I say your friend's out to get somebody. Looking for to kill him. All right, dearie, all right. Now the saddle.
Oh, wait a minute, Todd. Let me do it for you.
My back. Thanks.
Easy going. Oh, no. There.
You better let me cinch her up. She won't stand still for nobody else.
All right. Looks like she doesn't intend to stand still for you either.
Yeah, no. She'll be all right.
Todd, how do you figure a man?
Well, you don't. If you cotton to a man, you ride with him, drink with him, palaver with him. You right proud your trails cross. If you and a man don't seem to hit it off, you leave him alone. Whoa there, Bertha. Whoa, now. Oh, she hates to have that cinched too tight now. You leave a man alone unless he comes around pesticating. Then you deal with him any way that seems fit to the occasion. But you don't try to figure a man. Take him or leave him. You got no right to do anything else. Now, Bertha!
That horse is a real mean look, Todd. You better watch her.
Oh, this here's a good animal.
Even the best critter can go bad.
There we are. This fella, he's a good friend of yours?
Well, Bedlow and I received our appointments to West Point at the same time. We went through the academy together. We shared a room, our money, our clothes, even our girls.
Oh, like that, huh?
He even saved my life at Shiloh at great risk to his own. Yes. He is a good friend of mine.
Well, then, Paladin, why don't you just go have a little powwow with him?
June 19th, 1960, Have Gun Will Travel on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You ever make a change and then think, why didn't I do this years ago? Well, that's how people feel about switching to Medishare for their health care, especially now with inflation the way it is. People are very happy with the savings. Most families save about $500 a month when they switch. It's a huge help when prices are going up so fast in so many other areas. And Medishare's customer satisfaction rate is double that of health insurance. It's just a different experience, and people really like that. Medishare is an alternative to health insurance. It's a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, and it's been going strong for over 25 years. It really is the gold standard, the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. Find out why people love it, find out why they rave about the customer service, and find out how good it feels to save some money right now. They're super easy to talk to. Here's the number, 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE, 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, a conclusion of Have Gun Will Travel, June 19th, 1960.
Hello, Billy.
How did you find me?
Well, wasn't easy. May I come in?
Of course. Sit down. I'm afraid I was rude this afternoon.
No, it's all right. Billy, are you gunning for somebody?
You never were one to waste time in getting to a point.
Are you?
Well, now, who gave you that idea?
A wise old man.
Huh. Well, I'm going to kill 3 men before this weekend is over.
That's not very smart. Why?
They'll be here for the dedication. The judge advocate and the 2 witnesses at my courts-martial. When I see them, I'll kill them.
Well, what will that gain you?
Revenge.
What's the matter with you, Billy? You're not talking like the soldier I knew.
I'm not the soldier you knew.
Well, what's the matter? At your courts-martial, never mind the charge. You feel you didn't get a fair trial?
I know I didn't get a fair trial.
Well, then let's investigate it. Reopen the case. It won't get you back your 5 years, Billy, but it may get back the most important thing in your life. The Army.
Oh, now, Paladin, no, don't you see? I'll never get back the Army. Nothing can ever change what's happened. The Army was my home, my life. Those men with their lies desecrated my home, and they disgraced my life. But they, my brother officers, after all, were only the Army in action. So what it amounts to is that the Army itself turned on me. Now nothing will ever change that, and nothing can ever make it right again.
Billy, why don't you come out to California with me? I think you need a change.
You think I'm loony, don't you?
You talk a little loony.
Well, that's just because you don't understand. It's not the 5 years I spent in prison, bad as they were. It's all the years I gave to a delusion.
Oh, stop talking nonsense, Billy. What you need is to find out that there's a great big world out there that doesn't give a hoot about your particular personal problems. Follow me around for a while.
The 3 men, they're only symbols, of course. But through them, I'm gonna have my revenge.
Billy, I owe you a lot. Maybe I can repay you this way. I hate to ask you to do this, Todd. I stayed there with him as long as I could, but there's no way I can get out of this parade now.
Oh, I'm glad to oblige. You got him tied up, huh?
Yeah, he's trussed up tight. He's pretty peeved about it, but I had to do it for his sake.
Sure you did.
If I can keep him there until tomorrow when this is over, maybe I can talk a little sense into him.
Uh-huh. I just stand guard duty, is that it?
Yeah, just keep him company, see that he gets some food. Or a drink if he wants it.
Yeah?
If he seems to have settled down, you can release his hands. And I'll get over there as soon as I can.
All right, I'll take care of it, Paladin. He'll thank you for this as soon as he thinks it over.
Well, I hope so. Well, I guess we're about ready to start.
Yeah, I'll see you after, Paladin.
Yeah, right, Todd, thanks. Uno. Up and 8. At 10. Hand. Prepare to mount. Mount. Column of 4s. Forward. Hound. I led my company along the parade route to the town square and to our assigned position at the left of the reviewing stand. The platform was loaded with brass. I counted a 2-star general, 3 brigadier generals, and an assortment of colonels. We sat our horses at ease as the afternoon wore on with drills, speeches, local talent, then more drills, more speeches. I couldn't keep my mind off Billy Bedloe.
Hey, Paladin!
Hey, Todd, yeah, what is it?
Can you fall out?
No, not very well.
You got to.
We got trouble?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Well, look, I'm pretty conspicuous here.
Oh, ain't nobody gonna see you. All that brass up there's got 'em blinded.
All right, I'll meet you behind the reviewing stand.
Right.
Get at him as soon as you can and strike him
happened to your head?
I got clobbered with the barrel of a peacemaker.
You what?
Your friend.
Billy?
Yeah. Him and me got real chummy. He was talking a lot of good horse sense. Well, it seemed like leastways. So, like you said, I untied his hands. We was having a game of cribbage. Then pretty soon he ain't talking horse sense at all. He ain't making any kind of sense. Now, you see, he's got this here pistol hidden under a pillow. Well, the next thing I know, I'm waking up and my head's hurting and he's gone.
Bedloe's on the loose?
Yeah, and let me tell you something, Paladin. That feller's crazier than a coot. He sure is, and he's dangerous.
The men he's after on the reviewing stand here. He must have headed this way.
Well, how'd we ever find him in this crowd?
I don't know, but come on. We'll stand guard by the corner of the platform. We're lucky it's almost over. They're getting ready to stand retreat. Yeah, they're rolling out the town cannon.
Paladin, look. The officer in charge of that cannon detail.
That's Billy.
Got himself rigged up in his uniform.
Oh, no.
He's ordering that cannon pointed this way, right toward the reviewing stand.
Todd, the committee had that cannon all primed and ready to go, loaded with blanks. Now, do you realize that in the confusion around here today, Billy could very well have reloaded it with real cannonballs?
When they're getting ready to lower the flag, they'll be firing that dang thing pretty soon. I'm getting out of here.
He is insane, Todd.
You better join me.
No, I gotta stop him. Billy. Major Bedloe, sir.
Yes, Captain?
May I speak to you in private, Major?
I'm afraid your request is out of order, Captain. We're preparing to sound retreat. Prepare to fire.
Don't fire that thing.
Now, Paladin, don't interfere.
Stop it, Billy.
Stand back.
Billy.
I'm wearing sidearms, Paladin. You come one step closer, I'll shoot.
You shoot me, Billy?
Yes, you. Let go! Let go!
Oh, I tell you, Paladin, it was just like Gettysburg all over again, the way the shots was flying. They had to do it. They had to bring him down. He was just gone plumb loco.
Poor Billy.
Hey, you know, you was lucky. You only got that nick in your shoulder in close range like that.
I know. I'm glad there weren't any other casualties.
I never seen a man act like that, just firing wild. Like he was trying to exterminate the whole army with them guns of his.
Well, his poor, sick mind had to find an enemy.
Well, I reckon I better be riding off. Say, you leaving for San Francisco today?
Yeah.
I know you feel pretty bad about your friend Paladin. I'm right sorry about it.
Thanks, Todd. Hey, isn't that a new horse you've got there?
Yeah, it's real sad about that old horse of mine. Just went ornery mean, plumb bad. We had to... Well, you said it. You said even the best critter can go bad.
You are not saying much, Mr. Paladin.
I'm tired, hey boy.
You have long, hard trip on stagecoach?
Yeah, that's partly it. Oh, it's good to be back in my own room again.
Yes, sir. I unpack your suitcase and I let you get some sleep.
Thanks, hey boy, but I'd rather get cleaned up and go down to the bar. It's too late in the afternoon to take a nap.
Oh, good idea. You forget to be tired when you're with people in bar. Hey, my, this sure is a plenty fancy uniform. You want here, boy, to hang it in closet?
No, you better pack it up in mothballs. Store it in the basement.
Oh, Mr. Paladin, look like it's too late for mothballs. Suit already have big hole in sleeve.
That's a bullet hole.
Bullet hole? Oh, my. Who shoot bullet in suit, Mr. Paladin?
Friend of mine.
Friend? He not much good if friend to do that.
He wasn't really himself when he did it, hey boy. He had a lot of problems on his mind. But even so, I'll always remember him as a friend.
Have gun, will travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Roth, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Dehner as Paladin, with Ben Wright as Hey Boy and Virginia Gregg as Miss Wong. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun Will Travel by Ann Dowd. Featured in the cast were Joseph Kearns, Barney Phillips, and Vic Perrin. This is Hugh Douglas inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun Will Travel.
June 19th, 1960, Have Gun Will Travel on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Following these important messages, an episode of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you.
And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required.
Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary.
800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, radio's outstanding theater of thrill, Suspense, June 19th, 1960. 60 Grand Mrs. Missing.
A plainclothes detective is a man under many pressures. His life is lived in contact with crime. Most crimes involve money, sometimes a great deal of money. And it can happen that a detective solves a crime involving money, but somehow the money stays missing. Then he's on the spot. Ugly whispers start behind his back, and only he knows whether he is innocent or...
Sure, there was money missing. 60 grand, to be exact. Tony Belmont and 2 hoods took it away from the Summit Finance Company by holding up one of their messengers. But I thought I recognized the description the messenger gave of the leader, and I brought in Tony. But I didn't bring in the money. And 60 grand's a lot of dough, so there was bound to be talk. Well, talk's cheap. And I wasn't surprised when I walked into the precinct house and got a sour look from Sergeant Brunson on the desk. Hello, Brunson. What's booked?
Hello, Dresser.
Don't be so enthusiastic. It's bad for your heart. I said, what's booked? A couple of break-ins, kid stuff, no money in them.
What's that supposed to mean?
I wouldn't know, Dresser.
I want to see Sloppy Peters. Where is he?
You could look downstairs on the pistol range.
Thanks, I think. I went down the splintered old stairs to the pistol range in the basement. Sloppy Peters was my sidekick. He usually dressed like a scarecrow after a bad winter. If he ate soup, Sloppy spilled it on himself. If he got his hand dirty, he mopped his hand over his face, got that dirty, too. Half the time, his socks didn't match. But he knew his job. Down on the range, Sloppy was popping away with his police special. Hiya, Sloppy. Hiya. Hey, Sloppy, I said hello.
I heard you.
Hey, what's eating you?
Why should anything be eating me?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Hey, you're holding your gun wrong again. Let me show you. There. 5 in the black. Hey, Sloppy, where are you going? But Sloppy Peters had turned his back and walked out. I spent the afternoon going over the break-ins, got back to the precinct in the evening. I was checking out. I had on a new outfit, $150 tan linen suit, custom-made silk shirt, $50 two-tone shoes, and a $10 tie. But what was anybody to say? Clothes were my gimmick, my trademark. The newspapers even had a nickname for me. Nifty Dresser. And besides, as I said, it was vacation time for me. I expected a comment on my new duds from Bronson, but he just looked at me and looked away. Hey, Bronson, I'm talking to you.
Oh, it's you, Dresser. What do you want?
Just a civil answer. Is Sloppy Peters around?
Should he be around?
Never mind whether he should be or not, is he?
I couldn't say, Dresser, I couldn't say. Maybe he's out looking for some missing dough.
Yeah? Just what dough did you have in mind?
Oh, I heard tell something about a payroll being missing. Somebody, I forget his name, caught the hold-up guy all right, but somehow the money got mislaid. 60 grand, I think it was.
That's right, 60 grand. And it was me who caught the hot rod who stole it. Tony Belmont.
So it was. It all comes back to me now. Congratulations. Too bad you didn't find the dough, too. Or did you?
Maybe we can finish this interesting discussion later on, Sergeant. Right now, I'm looking for Peters.
Anytime, Dresser, anytime.
I turned on my heel and walked out. By now, the talk was all over the precinct that Sloppy had broken up with his old sidekick, Nifty Dresser, because of this missing 60 grand in hold-up loot. But I had to find Sloppy, so I started making the rounds. A little later, I dropped into the Ace Bowling Alley on 10th Avenue to have a little chat with Ace himself.
Yes, sir. Hey, say, man, you're hit tonight. You're really hit. Oh, wait a minute. Wait till I put on my dark glasses before I look at you.
It's a new outfit. You like it, huh?
Well, if this was Christmas, I'd just stand you in the corner to beat a Christmas tree. Looks like money. Real money.
Yeah. It does at that, huh?
Say, I hear you're going on vacation tomorrow.
That's right. 2 weeks at the beach.
You coming back in 2 weeks, I suppose?
Well, certainly I'm coming back. Why shouldn't I be?
Oh, no reason. Unless maybe you came into money and decided to live it up.
My rich uncle left me out of his will. He always hated cops. What's on your mind, Ace?
Oh, nothing personal, Dresser. But there's talk going around.
Yeah, such as?
Well, last week, Tree Hunt Rods holed up the Summit Finance Company and get away with 60 grand. A clerk was able to describe one of them.
That's right. I recognize the description. Tony Belmont.
So you picked up Tony in his room. You left Sloppy Peters downstairs and handled Tony single-handed. You were alone with him 15 minutes.
Oh, I spent 15 minutes trying to make him tell me who the 2 muscle men were who helped him. Why, anything wrong with that?
Am I saying there was? But the talk goes around that Tony still has that 60 grand. He hadn't split it up yet. Tony isn't talking, of course. Tony never talks. But there's some people who think that 60 grand is still around.
Well, of course it's still around. Everybody, including my sidekick, Sloppy Peters, thinks I got my mitts on that 60 grand and then latched onto it, right?
That's the talk, Dresser. That's the talk.
Well, let him talk, Ace. Talk is one thing. Proving it is another.
And the conclusion of Suspense, June 19th, 1960, when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues following these important words.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just 2 of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Suspense. 60 grand is missing, June 19th, 1960.
I left the Ace Bowling Alley and went on making the rounds. A bar here, a dance hall there. All places where I might pick up a whisper of interest to a cop. At each place, I asked for Sloppy Peters, but nobody had seen him. Apparently, Sloppy had crawled into a hole and disappeared. It wasn't like it. I wanted to find Sloppy, and I wanted to find 2 unknown muscle men who'd been in with Tony Belmont on that holdup. Even if by any chance I was planning on taking a vacation, from which I wouldn't bother to come back, I didn't want to leave those 2 hoods on the loose. I wanted them behind bars for a long time. Then in a pool parlor on 9th, I got my first lead from Nick the Pick, a combo pickpocket and pool shark.
Oh, hello, Nick. Watch me put the 7-ball in the side pocket.
Hey, nice shot.
The rumble is you're looking for your sidekick.
You seen him?
Right ball in the end pocket.
Well?
Answering in words of 1 syllable? No.
And what's your interest?
9 ball in the side pocket. Yeah. I never messed.
Neither do I. Now, what do you know about Sloppy Peters?
Oh, that was a guy.
What did he say?
10 ball in the end pocket.
What did he say?
Luigi's Bar and Grill half an hour ago.
Thanks.
Don't mention.
I started down the dark side street for Luigi's Bar and Grill. Trail was getting hot now, too hot. Because the red neon sign that said Luigi's was 50 yards ahead of me when footsteps scuffed in a doorway just as I passed. Something jabbed into my back and a voice said,
Okay, close horse. Stand quiet with your hands up. I'll give you a chance to see how you like the new 2-piece backbone.
In just a moment, we will return for the second.
It was a gun in my back. And there were 2 men behind me, a big one and a little one. I recognized the voices. Phil Whip, the little one, and Wheezy Blaine, the big one. Wheezy took my gun and then frisked me.
$50, that's all he's got. The dough ain't here.
What do you expect? Did he be carrying it on him? They could have 60 grand in his pocket? He's got it hid someplace.
Hello, Phil, Wheezy. So you 2 mental giants were the ones in on the finance company hold up with Tony Belmont.
Shut up, Dresser. We'll do the talking.
So you laid a trap for me, huh? You knew I was looking for Sloppy Peters. He left word he was in Luigi's to get me to come this way.
All right, since you feel so much like talking, talk.
About what?
About where you hid the stuff.
What stuff?
Let me slap his ears, Phil. That'll make him
Shut
talk.
up, I'll slap your nose. Professor, we know you got that 60 grand hid someplace.
You know more than I do.
Okay, you're asking for it. Oh.
Now let me clip him one.
I'll clip you. Just keep your eyes open so we ain't interrupted.
Okay, Phil. Okay, but he's gonna talk.
He'll talk. He'll sing like a quartet. Now listen, Dresser.
I'm listening, but so far I don't hear much.
We know you got the dough. Tony Belmont slipped word on the grapevine. You took it.
You can fool the police commissioner, but you're not putting anything over on us. After you nabbed Belmont, you managed to hide the payroll loot someplace. Now, where is it?
Suppose I say I don't know.
In that case... you... We can keep this up all night, you know. The question is, can you take it all night? What about it, Dresser?
Okay. Maybe I know where the money is.
Okay, then. Since you know where it is, suppose you tell us.
I hid it in the junkyard behind Belmont's rooming house.
The junkyard? Yeah, Phil, there is a junkyard right out the back way and down the alley.
That's it. I locked Belmont in the closet. See, I wrapped the door with a newspaper, and I went down the back way while Sloppy Peters waited for me out front. Then I hid the money, went back and got Belmont, and I took him down the front way.
You cops are all alike. The only difference between you and us is we admit we're crooks.
The difference between you and me is that you're stupid.
Now, can I clip him, Phil?
No. Now he's going to lead us to the dough. There's an alley ahead leads to that junkyard. Start moving, Dresser.
I started moving. With a gun nudging me in the kidney, there was nothing else to do. We went down a long, dark alley, listening to the televisions playing in the buildings we passed. The people quarreling, babies crying. Then we came to a high board fence that surrounded the junkyard, and I stopped.
What are you stopping for?
Well, here's the junkyard. How are we going to get in?
You got in the other time. You can get in this time.
Oh, that was from the other alley. You see, there was a loose board.
Wheezy.
Yeah, Phil.
Look for a loose board so we can get through this fence.
Wheezy Blaine began yanking at the fence, while Phil Whip kept the gun grinding hard into my back. I was in no hurry. I knew they were figuring on killing me as soon as they had their hands on the money. Shooting me in the back and leaving me along with the old boilers and wash tubs in the junkyard. Oh, I was perfectly willing to postpone that as long as possible. Then, Wheezy Blaine found a loose board. Phil used his gun to steer me to the opening, and we all squeezed through.
Okay. What are you stopping for?
I'm just trying to figure where we are. Now, the other time I got in this junkyard from the other side.
If you're stalling, you're going to be sorry.
I hid the money inside an old furnace someplace about the middle. Ought to be over this way, here. I led the way toward the center of the junkyard. Rusty iron ripped holes in my new suit. And a cat jumped up snarling. There were a million people inside a few blocks of us, but there in the silence of that deserted junkyard, Phil and Wheezy and I might have been the last men alive in the whole world.
Okay. Now what are you stopping for?
Someplace around here I hid the dough. One of these old furnaces.
Which one? Now, don't try to stall.
Listen, I was in a hurry. I crammed the money into an old furnace. Just let me look in this one here. No, it's not here. Maybe it's that one over there. Now my suit was covered with a messy black stain from reaching around inside the furnace. There wasn't much left of my outfit by now, but this was my life that was worrying me, not my clothes. They followed close behind me as I worked my way toward the other furnace. An overturned bathtub lay about 10 feet from it, and on the bathtub, a black cat sat and just watched us.
Hey, look at Phil. A black cat, that's bad luck.
Bad luck for Dresser if this ain't the right furnace. Because then I'll know he's stalling.
No. This is it. I'm positive of it. Yeah, the package is right inside the firebox. There. Here it is. It's right here.
In just a moment, we will return for the concluding act of Suspense.
I reached inside the antique furnace, and there was the package. But it didn't hold any money. It held a revolver. As soon as I had it in my hands, I dropped to my knees and I yelled, "Okay, Sloppy, shoot!"
Phil, the bathtub is shooting at it.
Yeah! It's a trick, Dresser. I'll fix your wagon!
I ducked behind some scrap iron. Before Wheezy Blaine could find cover, he grunted and fell over an old wash tub and lay there. Phil Whip started to run. I couldn't get a shot at him. But the bathtub that Sloppy Peters was hiding under heaved and jerked and toppled over. Sloppy stood up, a 6-foot scarecrow, and lifted his gun. Phil Whip fell into some rusty machinery and lay there, not even moving. Sloppy Peters put his gun away and came over to help me up. I had gotten tangled up in some loose wire.
Okay, Johnny. Give me a hand. That's it.
Oh. Thanks, Sloppy. Now, let's find the money.
It's here, is it?
Well, sure it is. I told you it was. In the same boiler where I had the gun hid. I'll get it right out. Yeah, here it is. In the pillowcase, I dumped it in after I cuffed Tony Belmont. Yeah. Stay just as safe as in a vault.
Let's have a look at it.
Sure. Pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, very pretty. Now, let me have it.
Let you have it.
All of it. Now, don't argue, Johnny.
Your gun? What the devil?
The money, Johnny.
You want all of it?
All of it. Start walking, Johnny, toward the street. And don't hurry. We have a little trip to take.
With Sloppy Peter's gun nudging me, I did what he said. Oh, I was tired of having guns in my ribs. But his grim look told me he wasn't fooling. We hailed a cab, and it took us to headquarters, and then we walked up to see the commissioner's office. Sloppy put the pillowcase of money on the commissioner's desk and told him the story.
Do I understand, Detective Peters, that you are charging Detective Dresser with trying to appropriate this $60,000 for himself?
Yes, sir. I hate to do it. Believe me, Johnny, I'd rather cut off my arm. There's nothing else I can do. He had a smart scheme to get Wheezy Blaine and Phil Whip out of hiding, but I could tell he was planning to keep the money. I pretended to go along with him, sir, in order to locate the money.
Excuse me, Detective Peters. Well, Dresser, I guess you're a better actor than you realize.
It looks that way, sir.
Actor, Commissioner? I don't understand.
Your partner came to me 3 days ago, Detective Peters, and told me where the money was and what he was planning. I gave him my okay, even to leaving the money hidden. Because there are a lot of ears in this city, and if the money was actually turned in, someone might have talked.
Yeah, you mean, Johnny, you were just acting like a crooked cop?
Weren't you? When you took that money from me, after all, 60 grand, huh?
Is 60 grand.
Yeah.
That's the way I thought you figured.
Peters, I'm glad you did what you did. Convincing proof of your own integrity. And Dresser?
Yes, sir?
I want to congratulate you. It was a well-worked-out plan. Except for one bad mistake.
Mistake, Commissioner?
Well, look at your partner. I believe they call him Sloppy Peters. And no wonder. Dirt all over him. Face, hands, hair. Your mistake, Dresser, was this. You had him in a bathtub. Why didn't you put in some soap and water, too?
Suspense.
You've been listening to 60 Grand Missing, written for Suspense by Robert Arthur. Heard in tonight's story were Bernard Grant as Dresser. Others in the cast included Ralph Bell, Leon Janney, Sam Raskin, Joseph Julian, Mason Adams, Michael Caine, and Nat Poland. Listen again next week when we return with Daisy Chain, written by Robert Forrest. Another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. The Kingston Trio next, followed by latest CBS News and Have Gun Will Travel.
From June 19th, 1960, Suspense on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Please thank this station. Support their advertisers. It's their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time you roll around here on your favorite station. Our shows are also available at podcasts all over the internet by searching for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, or just go to classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. There you can stream our shows on demand, learn more about classic radio collecting. You can contact us there as well. You can find our social media links. And by the way, there's a little feature on there that says Buy Me a Coffee. If you click that and throw some money into the kitty, you'll help not only buy me a Dr. Pepper, but you'll also maybe help me collect some money to find some great new radio shows. You know, these great old radio shows are still churning up every day, and maybe we'll find some new ones for you. Do that over at classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.